driving. Hope comes and stops us in our tracks. Bravely we prove in our striving, trudging together each day. Where there's a will, there's a way.
Good afternoon, everybody. My fellow trudgers, as we trudge the happy road of destiny. That's where I stole it from. Stole it from the big book. Yeah. I don't know exactly how I came up with that name, but I did come up with Trudging Together. It is mine. Ingrid, good to see you. I'm also going to see if I can find Michelle so she could try and get here. She's kind of been following this. She's not really a friend, and I don't remember her last name. I don't see her on here. So hopefully she makes it, and then I will, when she makes it again, I'll pin her. So that way next time I can make sure. Did you have fun? I thought you just finished a big book. I thought you just finished a meeting. Or did you go for a 15-minute bike ride after? I stayed around for the meeting after the meeting. It was pretty good. It was pretty good. Stick around for those meetings after the meeting, Ingrid. They're pretty good. And that's really when you can get to know them. Tony, and we've got a couple of people that have joined us that have some time that I really like. I've decided I'm not going to leave the 3 p.m. meeting. It's my home group, and I got a lot of friends there just because a couple of people are arguing. Bucket. If they disrupt the meeting, I'll boot them. There we go. There we go. So, okay. All right. Yeah, and I should remember that. But good for you. Good for you. Because that does more. It does more than just a physical exercise. I know for you, it's a freedom thing. And Ingrid, you need to feel your freedom every single day. Okay? Grasp onto that. I know what that's like. Sometimes I utilize my freedom and understanding that I am a free man from all of this. And what that does is it will remind me. What it does, it gives me the dopamine I need. Okay, we can supply our own dopamine. That's where balance comes in. I decide when dopamine's released. I decide when my dopamine is released. Not all the time, right? Sometimes you'll get news and you'll get that shot. But that's what I'm doing when I say, ask your tummy. Right? Sometimes I'm trying to figure out what it is that I need to do. Give me 1 second. I'm sorry. I forgot it was Tuesday, and I don't have my Tuesday shirt on. So figure I better put this on before Amber shows up and says it's Tuesday, you're not wearing your Tuesday shirt. So I'm not going to get in trouble with she's a daughter at this point. And thank you. People have already started donating for the club. Thank you so much. Fuck yeah. That's all I gotta say. All right, alcohol and gambling. Yeah, freedom can get you into trouble if we decide what to do with ourselves, right? So we're reading from the 12 by 12 today. We're continuing on with step 12. We are on page 118 in the second paragraph. There's not a full paragraph on there. I'm gonna go ahead and go back because I kind of missed something. So I'm gonna go back to the very bottom of page 117 in the 12 by 12, and that's where we're gonna start. Welcome to the Daily Trudge. My name is Dion. I'm going to be your host today and the foreseeable future. If somebody would like to come on and co-host with me, you're always welcome. Someday, someday somebody will take me up on that. Surprise me. If you're here, please say hello, whether you're watching the live or the rewatch. It can be a lot of fun. It can be a lot of fun. There you go. See, freedom is a wonderful thing, but it got me in trouble. But it brought me to AA. So, you know what? And I get that. I am one of those people where I'm grateful to be an alcoholic. And this is why. I can't think of any other reason I would have sought for God. And that's why. Okay. Let's us get started. When alcoholism strikes, very unnatural situations may develop which work against marriage, partnership, and compatibility union. If the man is affected, the wife must become the head of the house, often the breadwinner. As matters get worse, the husband becomes sick and irresponsible child who needs to be looked after and extricated from endless scrapes and impasses. Very gradually and usually without realization of the fact, the wife is forced to become the mother of an erring boy. And if she had a strong maternal instinct to begin with, the situation is aggravated. Obviously, not much partnership can exist under these conditions. The wife usually goes on doing the best she knows how, but meanwhile, the alcoholic alternately loves and hates her maternal care. A pattern thereby is established that may take a lot of undoing later on. Nevertheless, under the influence of AA's 12 steps, these situations are often set right. Okay? And then there's an asterisk, and I wanted to read that asterisk. In adapted form, the steps are also used by Al-Anon family groups. Not a part of AA, this worldwide fellowship consists of spouses and other relatives or friends of alcoholics in AA or still drinking. Its headquarters is 1600 Corporate Landing Parkway, Virginia Beach, Virginia. Website, www.al-anon.org. All right. So Al-Anon, yes, it's a great place for spouses of the alcoholic. They're not always going to want to go. They're not always going to want to go. All right. When the distortion has been great, however, a long period of patient striving may be necessary. After the husband joins AA, the wife may be discontented, even highly resentful that Alcoholics Anonymous has done the very thing that all her years of devotion had failed to do. Wouldn't you feel that way? What do you mean you told him that? I've been telling that dumbass that for years. My wife has told me this. Dion, I told you the same stuff. I'm like, I know. I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you. Okay. I listen to her now. Okay. I listen to her now. But yeah. They don't really want to take any credit. But gosh, let's give some credit where it's due. If it wasn't for my wife, if it wasn't for my mom, if it wasn't for my stepdad, my sister Brandy, I would not be here. Yeah, that's usually how it works. That's usually what it is. I'm not sure because I'm not a doctor, but I think that men are more susceptible to alcoholism. I don't know though. But you are not wrong on that. You are not wrong. Most AA does it, but I am seeing a big switch. I'm seeing a big switch, at least on Zoom. There's just as many women in the program as there are men. Yeah, because you're changing those. That's cool. You got a great schedule going on. I'm so fucking proud of you. Her husband may be so wrapped up in AA and his new friends that he's inconsiderately away from home more than when he is drunk. Seeing her unhappiness, he recommends AA's 12 steps and tries to teach her how to live. This is a mistake. When I did sales, people were like, oh, I'm going to go talk to I'm going to go do. Okay. They would think that they had these easy closes because they would go to family. And you are going to do yourself a disservice if you do that. See, family automatically almost always buys from you. And then you get lazy on your pitch. And then you think that pitch is going to work and you're going to fail. You're going to fail. It ain't going to work. We call that low-hanging fruit. Okay. She naturally feels that for years she's made a far better job of living than he has. Both of them blame each other and ask when their marriage is ever going to be happy again. He may even begin to suspect it may never have been any good in the first place. This is going to be tough. Okay. And as a person in the program and as a human being, your natural desire is going to try to save this marriage. You can't. Unless both people are willing, you are not going to save that marriage. God will save that marriage if it needs to be saved. And it's going to be hard because you're going to want to give relationship advice. I'm saying this because of me. That's why I'm saying it. Right? No. And I would have to say, so I've stepped out of my bounds a few times and learned my lesson on that. Okay. Especially when it comes to a husband and wife. So you got to be careful. What you need to do is be neutral. I hear what she's saying, bud. You can't hear it? Even if she's sick. Okay. Here's the thing. Did my wife become spiritually sick because of my alcoholism? Yes, she did. Okay. But she's also a normie and she handles her problems much better than I do. Much better than I do. I don't have shit to teach my wife. Okay? I don't. I do it by example. And then if she asks, then I do it. But other than that, she does not need my sticky little fingers in her business. She is head of household, period. All right. Compatibility, of course, can also be impossibly damaged that separation may be necessary. But those cases are unusual ones. The alcoholic realizing that his wife has endured and now fully understanding how much he himself did the damage to her and his children nearly always takes up his marriage responsibility with a willingness to repair what he can and to accept what he can't. I do see this. I would see the alcoholic change, right? But then another problem occurs. The alcoholic codependency. And the roles may reverse. There's a balance in here. Because then what the alcoholic is going to do, because what is an alcoholic with their emotions? They're an extremist. They're going to go to the extreme. And then what they will do is they will try and do everything that they can to appease this person who is unappeasable. Who is unappeasable. Because they don't want to change. And that's how it works. He persistently tries all of AA's 12 steps in his home, often with fine result. At this point, he firmly but lovingly commences to behave like a partner instead of like a bad boy. And above all, he is finally convinced that his reckless romancing is not a way of life for him. So it's going to be a while before trust is given again. It's going to be a while before trust is given again. Okay. Let's remember our sense of time and their sense of time may be different. I'm cautious with, Ingrid says, I'm cautious with my sponsees. I always say that I can't give advice, but I try and find something similar, and there it is. Problem in the big book and give her that page number. It's a great way to do it. See? And Ingrid is correct. Almost all the answers to what you need are in the big book. They really are. Okay. Now, is this going to work out? I'm going to tell you, a lot of times I do see it work out if both are willing. Okay. AA has many single alcoholics who wish to marry or are in a position to do so. Some marry fellow AAs. How do they come out? On the whole, these marriages are very good ones. Their common suffering as drinkers, their common interest in AA and spiritual things often enhance such unions. It is only where boy meets girl on the AA compass and love follows at first sight that difficulties may develop. Here's the key to it, because I've sponsored plenty of young men who fell in love, and what I tell them is, well, we work a program of honesty now, right? Right? Yes, we do. The answer to that is yes. Okay. So go be honest with her. Okay. So he goes and he's honest, comes back. She didn't want that. Okay. There's your answer. No. No. The answer is fuck no. If you really do truly love somebody, what you will do is you will let them go so that they can heal. My wife had to do that. I didn't go anywhere. No. She was devoted to me, and when you get here and get through that first and second step, you start to feel something different. You become something different. Okay? The guilt and shame sets in. I want mashed potatoes. I didn't realize I've been talking for 17 minutes already. I love you too. Have a good evening. The prospective partner need to be as solid AAs and long enough acquainted to know that their compatibility at spiritual, mental, and emotional level is a fact and not wishful thinking. I mean, and I've seen people with long-term sobriety get together with somebody under a year, and it does not work. It didn't work. It was lust. It was not love. It was lust. Seen that happen more than once. Then I see ones where, and this is usually a man and woman, man's a little bit older, has a lot of time, and he'll grab a young lady 3-4 years. Okay, and then that young lady starts to become dependent upon that older person. I'm watching it happen right now with 2 people. They need to be sure as possible that no deep lying emotional handicap in either will be likely to rise up and later pressure to cripple them. The considerations are equally true and important for the AAs who marry outside AA. With clear understanding and right grown-up attitudes, very happy results do follow. So this is kind of what it comes down to, is you've got to become, if you're single and you want to marry, then you must become the person that is worth having first. You've got to grow up first. And then these things will start to infiltrate your life. Then these things will start to work. All right. We're going to go ahead and end there for today because we're going to start to get into family. I'll probably be back here shortly with another Daily Trudge, considering I got up. Thanks, Katie. Did you just show up? Or have you been here? Amber made me this shirt. This is my Tuesday shirt. This is my new Spider-Man shirt. This is my new Spider-Man shirt. So I was just ending, but if you just got here, let's continue on. No, I can't. I just remembered. Okay. All right. Thank you, everybody, for being here. I appreciate it. I'll be back tomorrow. I'll probably go live again here in a little bit. I got a couple things I got to take care of before 5 o'clock. So I love you all. I really do. Peace out and have